Welcome to my Week 2 battle of the VDL. This week, the Indianapolis Infernaps are taking on Spike, coach of the Sunny Shore Supercharge. We're trying to bounce back after a loss last week to Tug and his Sword Stance Alolan Executor, which I honestly did not expect to come. I think you could tell by the reaction I had. Sword Stance was not something I knew it had. I also did not know it had 105 base attack stat, so you learn something new every day, I guess. So taking a look at my opponent's team, it consists of Florges, Flygon, Chandelure, Hitmontop, Rotom Fan, Lapras, Copperajah, Vileplume, Pangoro, and Dunsparce, with their Terra Captain being Lapras, with Terra Water, Fairy, and Fire. Now, I did make a small change to my team from week 1. I dropped Kimbuskin and picked up Monferno. I did this so that I would have a second Stealth Rock setter instead of just Bronzong, and I figured, I can bring like Endeavor, Mach Punch shenanigans with it. And I was also able to make Monferno one of my Terra captains for the team, since Misdreavus costed 4 points and Monferno's 2, it adds up and allows me to have that as a second Terra captain. I'm not bringing him this week, but let's take a look at my team and we'll get on into the battle. So, two big things I noticed with my opponent's team. One was their team was relatively slow in comparison to mine, their fastest being base 100 in Flygon, my fastest being 125 in Swellow. They also had no ground resist, absolutely none. They do have Rotom Fan, but he does not resist Thousand Arrows. He's actually weak to it. So we are able to run a Choice Band Max Attack Adamant Zygarde 10% this week. We outspeed the Flygon by 1 point if we go max speed. And honestly, I don't need anything other than Thousand Arrows. Like, it is so good. I did slot Extreme Speed on there. Glare is in case I just want to paralyze something. And I put Dragon Dance in case I get knocked off by maybe like Pangoro or something. And I still have the ability to get a +1 attack boost and then just continue to click Thousand Arrows. I don't plan on bringing this out until late into the game. I might bring it out to revenge kill something here or there. But this thing's whole purpose is to just win late game once everything's weakened, and that's what the rest of the team is here for. Bring in Bronzong to handle, some of the specially defensive Pokemon. They have a lot of big threats like Florges, Chandelure, as well as Lapras, and then any special forms of Dunsparce. So decided to go specially defensive on here. Enough defense to take a knockoff from a max attack Adamant Pangoro. And then we're here to set up Stealth Rocks, spread Toxic, even though they can heal that up with Florges. Iron Head hits the Florges really well, and Earthquake pretty much hits everything else, mainly Chandelure though. Bringing in Assault Vest Typhlosion this week to help with Chandelure because that thing is such a threat to my team. With Flash Fire, we absorb the fire moves, and we can actually do a bit more damage with Lava Plume, back to just other things, not, Chandelure if it's Flash Fire. Scorching Sands is to hit Chandelure, Iron Head is for Florges, and Play Rough is for Pangoro. There really wasn't a full set of special attacks I wanted to run, so I decided to go with this, and we have enough investment to take 4 Shadow Balls from a Specs Chandelure. Sorry, I take that back. It's 2 Specs Shadow Balls from a Chandelure, not 4. I don't know what I'm talking about. If Zygarde is my sweeper, I need something that's going to break apart my opponent's team, and nothing does that better than Swellow. Rockin' Brave Bird, Facade, Quick Attack, U-Turn. The only thing that switches into this very well is Copperajah. Intimidate Hitmontop can weaken it a little bit, but it's still going to be taking over half from a Brave Bird. So, and with how much faster this thing is than my opponent's team, I was able to run Adamant with a decent amount of bulk as well. I do have to watch out for any Scarfers, maybe Flygon, or as well as Lapras with Ice Shard. As I said, Chandelure, such a big threat to my team. Such a big threat. So we're bringing Assault Vest Lantern. This is to take 4 Shadow Balls. This is where the 4 came from. Rockin' Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Scald, Ice Beam. Ice Beam's there for Vileplume because otherwise I struggled to hit that. And we just put the remaining EVs into special attack. And finally, we have Skuntank. This is mainly on the team because I wanted a form of hazard removal, especially because Typhlosion is Assault Vest, and I want to try to keep it as healthy as possible. Same with Swellow. I want to try to keep that as healthy. So we have Defog on Skuntank. Also rocking Knockoff, Poison Jab, and Temper Flare. Just put Temper Flare on there for Copperajah. So yeah, that is my team for week 2 of the VDL. If you enjoyed, be sure to drop a like, subscribe. Wish me luck. Alright, here we are with the battle. My opponent brings Copperajah, Chandelure, Pangoro, Flygon, Vileplume, and Lapras. This makes the most sense to me. I could have seen Florges slotted in here, but that's fine. Their only form of hazard removal is Flygon with Defog, so I think I'm going to lead Bronzong and just try to immediately set up my Stealth Rocks so that they can, hopefully be up for the entire game. And we see a Lapras lead, so this is honestly one of the best case scenarios here. So we are going to Stealth Rock here on this, and then maybe we can follow up with a Toxic if they stay in. If this is a Dragon Dance Lapras, though, it could be a little bit obnoxious for my team to deal with. So we're going to just put a Toxic out first, I think. They Terra Fairy, and we get a Poison off. This thing does get Heal Bell, so I do have to just be aware of that. And I wonder how much this will do an Iron Head. So it can either be modest no investment, and that was a max roll, or it can be max investment, and that was a min roll. Either or. There's no way of telling. We're just going to set up our rocks, as they do have Heal Bell. Okay. So we can just start Iron Heading this for some decent damage then, since we know that Toxic isn't going to work. Alright, and Copperajah comes out here. We see its leftovers, and it took 10% from Iron Head. Okay, it's got some form of physical defense on it. Knockoff would do a decent amount, around half. Could be under, could be more. Let's just Earthquake once, in case they want to, like, set their rocks. No, they just knock off. Alright, we'll be able to take another one of those then now. So we'll just weaken this Copperajah, because this thing's very annoying. And we'll actually be able to take it out on a follow-up here. If they go Flygon on this, do I struggle? I'm going to Toxic once on Flygon coming out, and we see Pangoro. Okay. Because Flygon, if it starts Dragon Dancing, is quite scary for me, so I don't want to just freely let that come out. And I think now we go out into Skuntank on this, or we just let Bronzong go down here. But I want to be able to remove hazards and then possibly get them back up, because I don't want the Stealth Rocks on my side of the field. All right, we're going to go Skuntank here. Alright, we just dropped to a close combat, but we get some good damage off with Aftermath. Okay, so that had to have been a max attack choice banded Pangoro to be able to kill me there, so at least we know it's locked in. We're just going to go Zygarde here, and we're going to click 1,000 Arrows. I was thinking about going Swellow to get the Flame Orb activated, but I don't want to do that and just take the unnecessary Stealth Rock damage. So Vileplume comes out here, and I want to see if this will kill. I don't want to see a roll here. Okay, I should kill with the second one. There's like one roll where it doesn't kill, and we get a crit, so it didn't matter. Okay, Zygarde is about to go crazy. I'm realizing I didn't prep the best for my opponent's physical threats. I was a lot more worried about Chandelure and stuff, so it's starting to bite me a little bit, but we'll be all right. We see Lapras come. We always just go Bronzong on that here. Pangoro comes back out. All right, buddy. This is fine because you just knock me out, and then I go back out into Zygarde. So we'll just Iron Head here. That is fine. Or I could go Swellow now, because I believe that this will die to a just Facade, unboosted. We're going to go Swellow now. Copperajah is weak enough to where I KO that as well, so I don't need to worry. We'll KO it with a follow-up here. We're going to Brave Bird just because I don't want Chandelure coming out. It's going to give me a little bit of recoil, but it's fine. Flygon comes out, and if it's not choiced, I just KO it here. But I'm going to assume that it is choiced. But I don't think I have just something I can very freely go into on this. But I kind of need this still as the wall breaker on the team. Do I just sack Typhlosion here? I think that one makes the most sense to me. But what do we do after? I guess it's what depends on what he locks into, right? Assuming he's choiced, it makes sense. Something has to be choiced against my team with how much faster it is. We're going to go Typhlosion as a sack. Man, he's taking a while to click. I don't want to think too deep into it, though. I don't want to lose this. All right, yeah, sack Typhlosion. They Dragon Claw. Okay. They're going to be faster on the follow-up, which is fine. Decided to click Play Rough instead in case this came out. And this is Boots. So we won't have to worry about a choiced set. Alright, so now let's go back out into Swellow here on this. We're faster, we just click Brave Bird. I need to know what that Flygon's item is. I think it's Choice Scarf, but I don't want to be like certain on that. We'll see if he brings it out here. Okay, so I'm going to assume Choice Scarf then, but we die to Stealth Rocks, so we're just going to Quick Attack and go down. Do a nice chunk, okay. So now we go out. Honestly, do we kill this with Zygarde with an extreme speed? Not quite. It's a roll, but it's like not quite there. So we can just go for Ice Beam here. We know they're locked in. And now in extreme speed, we'll kill them on the follow-up. All right. Now, what's faster, Lantern or Lapras? Because if I can get a slow U-turn off here, that would be great. Unfortunately, this is probably faster than me. Okay. I meant I was faster than it, but it's faster than me. Okay. So, we're doing, like, nothing to this Lapras, by the way. Oh, I need to figure out what its set is to know if I can easily go out into Zygarde on this. All right, I need to get a little bit more chip on this. So I need to get one more Thunderbolt and then a Volt Switch. And I will be good. I'm going to actually, instead of Thunderbolt, I'm going to Scald in case we can get a burn on it to negate that Leftovers. So let's try that here. Scald. Oh, no! He's, no! I fucking hate myself. We lost. We just lost because I did that. Man, we really just threw. No. Damn it. I forgot Water Absorb. It totally slipped my mind. And we lost. Ugh. Unfortunate. GG's to my opponent. I was way too worried about... I was too worried about the special threats. I didn't even, like, worry about it. Man. Alrighty. GG's to my opponent. That sucks. That really sucks. Man, I'm washed. I've been playing like garbage. It's alright. If you enjoy, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys all next week for week 3, where hopefully we will bounce back. Peace.